Hi, my name is Kyle, and I'm here to tell you your opinion on the movie Paul. Amanda couldn't be here today because she said the movie was so boring she couldn't think of anything nice to say, so she decided not to say anything at all. Paul is the latest movie from Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, who you probably remember from Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, I guess among others, Run Fat Boy Run, though I don't know if Nick Frost is in that one. The movie is about two British, science fiction fans who are also a writer of science fiction and an illustrator of science fiction, respectively, who come to the U.S. to go to Comic-Con in San Diego and then take a tour of some various UFO sites in the southwest United States. They rent an RV, go for a drive. Long story short, they come upon a car crash and find Paul, who is an alien voiced by Seth Rogen. Paul is on the run from federal authorities who have had him prisoner there since, I think, 1947, which is sort of when the most infamous or famous UFO crash is purported to have happened. He's been helping the U.S. government and Steven Spielberg, I guess to name a few, with technology and acts as a consultant on movies like E.T. Anyway, so they decide to help Paul out, and they, get into a cross-country race with the federal authorities, including Jason Bateman, who plays Agent Zoyle, and then Bill Hader and the guy's name is Joe Lo Truglio, I think you say it, who actually turned out to be basically the two real funny characters of the film. Along the way, our heroes pick up Kristen Wiig at an RV park, and so on and so forth. They go through some misadventures and some fairly obvious plot twists and humor. None of it ever really works out. Amanda and I saw this with a couple of her workmates, and both of them were sort of falling asleep actually throughout the movie. Not to say it's a bad movie per se. It's a really good premise. Just the delivery is a little ham-fisted, I guess, for lack of a better term. The jokes or you're sort of beaten over the head with the jokes, as well as the message of the film. It's, it's the writer or whomever had an obvious atheist bent, which is fine, obviously. But I mean, they took it, I think, to I would say a mean-spirited level towards religion, and just sort of kept beating you over the head with it. Kristen Wiig's character is, you say, an evangelical Christian, and she just sort of has her worldview and her faith trampled on and I guess tossed out the window pretty quickly. And again, like I say, it's just like everything else in the film. There's a sort of a series of funny jokes with Kristen Wiig where she's learning how to swear. And at first it's pretty funny, but again, they keep going back to the same well, and eventually you feel like, come on, just get it over with already, because it's funny the first 3 or 4 times, but then when they keep trying to beat you with it, it just loses its luster. So, I guess all told, the movie, if I had to give it a grade, I'd give it maybe a 6 out of 10. There's some kind of funny references to Star Wars films and Alien, a few little lines thrown in there. And again, as part of a better movie, I think they'd be a little bit better received. But I mean, it's stuff that you're just nodding off, you'll hear the line, kind of laugh, not even really laugh, but just sort of find yourself amused and then go back being lulled to sleep. Movie kind of wraps up very conveniently at the end. No real violence or anything like that. The movie does have an R rating just for language. It's a lot of swearing. And again, I guess the swearing, just like everything else, is over the top to the point where, a person could have said, I'm going over to the well, instead of I'm going over to the effing well. It just doesn't, I guess it's misplaced too. So check it out if you're a fan of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. They do a pretty decent job, I guess, with the material, which I don't think is very good. Seth Rogen does a good job voicing the alien, but the alien parts feel like the movie's been done already, dating back to E.T. or Meatballs with you know what I mean? The alien is kind of rough and tumble. He smokes and drinks and swears, and it's not really that funny anymore. Kristen Wiig is good. Jason Bateman does a good job with his character, and again, Bill Hader and Joe Lo Truglio are probably the most consistently funny people in the film. A couple other cameos, not cameos, but small parts. Sigourney Weaver's in there, and I'm going to forget his name. Jeffrey Tambor in really a small role. It would have been funnier to have him in there a few more times. But all the same, I'd save your money and catch it when it shows up on FX or Comedy Central a few years from now and save yourself the time. So